has played only once or twice, I think, in North America for Smash World Tour. This is his first open bracket event. I actually played with Inngenn earlier in the VIP room. We were talking. It was me and Edwin Budding, and Inngenn just walks up and he's like hello, like can I play with you guys?
Super nice. Oh.
And like very kind of very sort of.
And I didn't know what Inngenn looked like, so I would have no idea who's about to step on the sticks, and ends up being like just insanely good.
Actually, speaking of good, like Beezy is also a very solid Marth player. I believe beat 2 Saint last year. I think Beezy has a 2 Saint win. So Inngenn playing someone who's also no slouch, but a lot of people, especially kind of like Marth heads, people who really like kind of like.
Yeah, Kadoran's a big fan.
Yeah, like they want to see how Ingen's doing, because
I think Kadoran straight up gave up his own slot or something to a tournament for Inngenn to go. It didn't end up playing out that way, but I forget exactly which one. But basically, there was a chance to invite. I think it might have been a Ludwig Invitational.
Yes, yeah. I think you're right.
Something like that. But yeah, anyways, Inngenn is here, so we finally get to see this Marth in action.
And people might be wondering, like, why are we hyping him up? Like, yeah, he's a Japanese player. He's like #1 in Japan. He's never entered a bracket here. Like, is that it? Well, the big thing that really makes him stand out, beautiful Amsa Tech from Beezy.
First of all, if somebody's like, is that it?
I'm going
to ask you to calm down.
Yeah.
but go on, continue.
Yeah, so obviously #1 in Japan. That's big enough. This guy started playing in the Slippy era. This guy is about as new school as you can get. He literally started in like 2020.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, that is the new thing, right? We have Doc kids, and now we do have Slippy kids.
Yeah.
For sure.
So that,
Yeah. But Beezy saying, I'm not a stepping stone.
No.
I'm not going to be a part of your debut.
Yeah, well, if you're beating 2 Saint, you're clearly quite capable as well. So one of the other things when Edwin Budding was playing Inngenn in the Marth Ditto is at first he was playing him like going pretty even. I mean, this is a classic top player thing. And he's like, he didn't seem that good, and then he just started changing up everything, adapting, like, and all of a sudden he was like, God damn it, like this is what I was this is the Inngenn I was expecting. So,
and we're probably going to see a lot of that here as well.
But we've been kind of going on and on about Inngenn. Beezy, a Saskatchewan player. That's what the SK is. So Saskatchewan has like about 3 people. So Beezy, one of those 3. But surprisingly, like very, very good in a region where you just actually like, as much as I'm kind of making fun of Saskatchewan, like not a place where it's easy to get a lot of practice. Like obviously Slippy really helps in that area, but it's kind of impressive in its own right that Beezy's able to do what he's able to do.
So well, yeah, with that type of practice. And that, I mean, I think that's the biggest impact that Slippy has had on our game, is that anybody could be good from any region. Yeah. Whereas before it was just like the Omega prodigies, like PPMD living in north or south. Oh God, I forget. Someone's gonna be mad.
Yeah.
But yeah, just in a region where he didn't have the stiffest competition, but ends up just dominating the whole scene, becoming #1 in the world at a certain point. And that's what. Playing out of a less populated region, it's like you had to be the ultimate prodigy to succeed. But nowadays, people can do it off of Slippy, and it's been really nice to see.
It is nice to see. It's one of those things, too, where, like, it's the classic, like, without getting too political, like, accessibility argument. Like, if you can give the same opportunity to everybody, like, you get to see what happens, you get diversity in the scene, like, it's great.
I have no reservations about admitting that part of the reason I managed to do well was because I lived in SoCal and I had just that kind of competition. If I lived somewhere else, I would have just been ass.
Yeah, we're not seeing any Antarctica players just yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. I mean, even we see that with like Australia and stuff. Like they kind of like.
We're not seeing humans living there either. People
it's like that. It's Saskatchewan. Those 2 places, they're just completely empty.
All right.
I'm sure there's some Saskatchewan player who's like, this guy's from Canada. He's supposed to be repping us, and he's just dropping. Yeah, this guy sucks.
All right. Inngenn looking to close it out.
Nice.
Yeah. Classic edge guard. What's the first game? I wonder if there's any nerves.
I was just about to say that. Like, if you're doing an open bracket for the first time, there's got to be some amount of like being a little shaky.
And if you're from another country coming here for the first time. Showing your stuff. There's a lot of pressure for sure.
Getting this nice shot of Beezy. Again, someone else who I would like to see do well I'm always going to be a little bit biased towards the Canadian players. I actually haven't really spent much time with Beezy, like, but, you know, still always going to be repping people from not the region of Canada. This is the thing that like a lot of Americans do. They'll be like, oh yeah, you're from the same region. And it's like, you realize like Canada connected to North America, places, right? Literally like very wide, very thick, you know, second biggest country in the world in terms of landmass, but whatever, same region, you know, it's fine. It's funny too, because like for people who don't know, commentators always get like a little like guide sheet of just like sponsors and stuff. And at the top of the guide, I don't know if it's Kevin who wrote this, it says Canada is not a region. Canada is separate regions. Don't say the region of Canada. Like some commentator, some event organizer was like, yo,
I'm so sick of this.
I gotta shut this down at the source, man. So, ooh, beautiful double dip from Inngenn. But again, Beezy keeping this so close. Like,
yeah. Let's see what the adjustments are too. I've noticed that Beezy's been getting a little better about the whiff punishes. Probably starting to pick up some patterns from Inngenn. Is it Inngenn or Inngenn?
Inngenn.
Inngenn, okay.
Yeah, I really like how both of these are playing. This is like a surprisingly high-level Marth Ditto.
Crouching below the get-up attack to get the grab. Yeah, like the way that Inngenn has been approaching has been really cool. Like,
ooh, the side B stall.
Finding windows to move in and then shielding at the right moment. Rolling behind to get, like, just I'm noticing one of his strengths is really good positioning.
Yes. I like that little side B stall he did. He might do it again to refresh the edge there. When he did that playing against Edwin, he was like, oh, side B stall. like he was like, yo, and he's like, yeah, side B, I like side B.
Yeah, like right here you can see just standing still, knowing his range.
Nice counter.
Oh, but Beezy manages to get the counter to close it out.
This is very close.
Okay. Oh, gets the grab still.
If this is a 2-0, this is like the definition of like a close 2-0.
Yeah.
Like really, really, really back and forth. Looks very doable on both sides.
And just look at, honestly, I'm really impressed by Inngenn so far. Finding ways under, using the Nair appropriately, like the back hit of it to hit him right as Beezy is falling.
I love the nod when people get an edge guard. We used to see Armada when he'd do the Armada shine. He'd have that little like wind up, hit this thing, and go.
Yep. Ooh, an early KO with a tipper at 70%, 70-ish.
Ooh, nice CC on the forward tilt. That's something I really think is quite strong against Marth with a lot of characters. Not forward tilt, forward air, sorry. Big grab.
Oh.
Big grab. Did not get the DI at all, and that is going to do it. We are going to a game 3.
I feel like there was a point where Inngenn started dropping the positioning that was doing him so well during the match, and then started opting for these like cheeky sidestep rolling mix-ups that Beezy was just calling out over and over and over, and Beezy just kind of ran away with it, getting the early KO with the tipper on the stock before, and then closing it out early as well with a poor DI. I assume Inngenn was then trying to run away.
That's one thing that like you always got to be aware of in Melee is just like being willing to end your combos early, and Inngenn kind of answering back with his own like beefy forward smash. This is what I mean by unga bunga. You know, like we've seen like 4 or 5 forward smashes, and Marth are out here trying to say like it's deeply sophisticated character, man. Like, but again, the PR, you know, like they just hired a great PR firm early on, somehow in the form of Mewtwo King, which you wouldn't think would be a good PR firm at all, but
Kadorn is getting the big brain.
And you can see the Beezy chants in the crowd. You know, we've got the Canadians.
Yeah, early KO, that's going to be huge. But we've seen early tipper KOs in this matchup, especially going to happen in this stage, so Inngenn not out of it yet.
Oh, the edge cancel. He was trying to go for something like forward smash, but Beezy tricking him. Oh.
Yeah, Inngenn going to need to play a little bit different going into these last stocks. The same ult is not going to cut it. Really just calling out everything, just not letting him back down. Okay, this has to count. Oh, missed an opportunity.
This is a really good Marth Ditto. Like,
I know Beezy wants more damage than this. If he could take the start, that's huge. Yeah, just being patient. Good air dodge to get back down, but messes up doing a second air dodge. Now being kept in the air.
This is one of those things where like kind of Marth so good at keeping other players above him, including himself, you know, like just so hard to get down.
Yeah.
Oh, Shy Guy kind of helping out a little bit there.
Okay, opts for the grab mix-up. Yeah, Beezy finding everything.
No jump either.
Finding ways back in, finding damage. Okay, ties it up though.
164 though, that is a mountain to climb for Inngenn. Needs a solid combo to turn it around.
We are in the Marthritis zone.
Yes, that's very true.
But
That's going to clear it out.
Yes, finds a tipper up air.
Beezy wants this, but Inngenn also with his first open bracket tournament, the stakes are high, needs to calm those nerves, and this might be it.
There's no jump?
Yeah.
Nope. I think there was no jump. Okay.
Careful. Interesting choice to not try to go for an edge guard there.
Yeah.
Going for the down throw check chase.
I think might have been predicting a DI mix-up because...
Oh.
Okay.
No edge cancel though.
If there was at least an L cancel, that could have been a forward smash for more damage. Oh, it has to be early. Yeah, it has to.
Over 100 get up, and that's it.
Wow. Beezy does it. Upsetting.
Damn.
#1 in Japan.
Doing a little nod. Very respectful.
Oh, wow. Beezy very happy with that one. I mean, he knew there was a lot of hype going into Inngenn's debut out here in Vancouver. And Beezy put in a big stop to it in his own country, in his own region of Canada. Good stuff to Beezy. And in a ditto, too. That's got to feel extra good, right?
Yes. Well, also, like, anyone who kind of knows Melee could tell, like, those were two good players.
Yes.
You know, it's not like, oh, Inngenn's not as good as I thought. Like, it's like, no, Beezy, again, beating Toussaint, a player who's, like, very, very capable. Also in a matchup that, like, it's not that I think it's a bad matchup. I actually think it's a good matchup for Marth. But, like, Puff is, like, if you're able to do well against Puff, you're, like, you're solid. You're clean. Like, being good against Spaceys, I think, is sort of, like, the starting point for every Marth. Like, that's how you get good, and then you got to start rounding up the other match. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, if you can up throw Fox, you're on your way. But, like, you know, you got to do a little bit more.
You got to round it out. Yeah, good stuff to Beezy, playing really well. And, you know, maybe telling us, like, we should be talking about Beezy.
That's true.
You know? We're talking about all the people around Beezy and the people that Beezy just keeps beating. Maybe we need to reframe our mindset on Beezy.
And we're going to get a little bit of inputs in terms of, or inputs, I'm reading inputs per minute, insight into the kind of match with the stats here. Average kill percent being a big factor, you know, getting it about 37%
I mean, the stats are just all in Beezy's favor. The lower percentage kills, the damage output was higher, especially in that one stock on Yoshi's.
One thing I kind of am interested in is I'm pretty sure L cancel rate is affected by edge cancels, meaning that an edge cancel I don't think counts as an L cancel. So sometimes you'll see players who have like a low L cancel rate. Not that that's something you're necessarily paying attention to, but I think it's because like it'll register like when you put on that code in like Dolphin that's like flash red on Mist, it'll flash red when you do edge cancel sometimes. So I think like even though it looked like wow, Inngenn's 97 and Beezy only 70, that can be what kind of skews